Swiss watches have long been regarded as the pinnacle of horological excellence, combining centuries of tradition with cutting-edge innovation. The phrase Swiss-made has become synonymous with precision, reliability, and prestige in the world of timepieces. The rich heritage of Swiss watchmaking dates back to the 16th century, flourishing in the picturesque regions of Geneva and the Jura mountains. Over the centuries, skilled artisans developed intricate techniques of micromechanics and hand finishing that remain unmatched to this day. Many renowned Swiss watch brands are still family-owned or rooted in small workshops, ensuring a focus on quality over mass production. Swiss watches are celebrated for their classic elegance, featuring sleek dials, polished cases, and understated sophistication. However, the range of Swiss timepieces extends far beyond traditional dress watches. Sport luxury icons include robust diving watches, aviation chronographs, and racing-inspired models that blend functionality with style. At the pinnacle of Swiss watchmaking lies Haute horologerie, showcasing intricate skeleton dials, tourbillons, perpetual calendars, and exquisite hand-engraved details that push the boundaries of mechanical artistry. The technological prowess of Swiss watchmaking is evident in their renowned mechanical and automatic movements, some boasting power reserves of several days. The quartz revolution of the 1970s, led by Swiss innovation, made watches more accurate and affordable while maintaining the country's position at the forefront of horological advancement. Modern innovations in Swiss watchmaking include the use of silicon components, anti-magnetic cases, sapphire crystals, and smart materials that enhance both performance and durability. Iconic Swiss watch houses like Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, Omega, Tag Heuer, and Swatch each embody different facets of Swiss watchmaking. From rugged tool watches designed for professional use to haute luxury masterpieces that grace the wrists of connoisseurs, Swiss watches symbolize status, achievement, and timeless taste. Owning a Swiss watch is often seen as possessing a piece of history, a blend of art, engineering, and tradition, built to last for generations. The term Swiss-made is not merely a marketing ploy, but a legally protected designation governed by strict regulations. According to current Swiss legislation, watch manufacturers and brands are allowed to use the label Swiss-made only if their timepieces fulfill a set of clearly defined legal requirements. These standards are part of Switzerland's ongoing efforts to protect the reputation and authenticity of its watchmaking industry, which is renowned worldwide for quality, craftsmanship, and precision. It's important to note that the definition of Swiss-made has evolved over time. In earlier decades, there were fewer regulations, and in some cases, the standards were not even codified in national law. This means that vintage watches, or older models, bearing the Swiss-made mark may not necessarily conform to the stricter legal requirements in place today. However, this does not diminish their value or quality. In fact, many vintage Swiss watches were built with exceptional craftsmanship and might even exceed the current minimum legal benchmarks. The current law defines a baseline, essentially the minimum conditions a watch must meet to qualify as Swiss-made. But many high-end brands choose to go well beyond these basic standards to uphold their legacy and reputation for excellence. The Ordinance on the Use of Switzerland or Swiss for watches first defines a watch, as opposed to a clock, by the dimensions of its movement. The law then sets forth the conditions for the use of the name Swiss on watches, watch cases, watch movements, watch dials, and replacement watch parts. According to Swiss law, a watch is considered Swiss if its technical development is carried out in Switzerland. It uses a Swiss movement, is assembled and controlled in Switzerland by the manufacturer horologerie, and when 60% of its manufacturing costs are Swiss. These legal criteria are stated in the Ordinance on the Use of Switzerland or Swiss. For watches, the Swiss-made ordinance has been subject to criticisms, particularly within the industry, for being too lax. However, it has its basis in real-life economics, and the law merely sets forth a minimum standard. Over the years, there have been efforts to strengthen the definition of Swiss-made spearheaded by organizations like the Federation of the Swiss Watch Industry (FH). In 2007, the FH proposed a new aspect to the definition of Swiss-made in the form of a value criterion. For mechanical watches, at least 80% of the production costs would need to be attributable to operations carried out in Switzerland. For other watches, particularly electronic watches, this rate would be 60%. Technical construction and prototype development would also need to be carried out in Switzerland. The Swiss Federal Council modified the ordinance regulating the use of the Swiss name for watches in May 1995. This revision made it possible to affix indications of Swiss-made on foreign watch cases and dials intended to equip Swiss watches. These innovations were intended to improve transparency regarding the source of products, allowing consumers to clearly recognize the countries of origin for various constituent parts of the watches. In 2016, the Federal Council finally chose a minimum rate of 60% for all types of watches, as it corresponds to the rate used in the free trade agreement between Switzerland and the European Union. A higher value criterion would not have allowed Switzerland to meet its international commitments and was therefore refused. The Swiss-made label on a watch is more than just a mark of origin. It's a promise of quality, precision, and craftsmanship, while the legal requirements set a baseline. Many Swiss watch brands go above and beyond these standards to create timepieces that are true works of art. From the intricate movements to the meticulously finished cases and dials, Swiss watches continue to captivate enthusiasts and collectors around the world. As we look to the future, Swiss watchmaking remains at the forefront of innovation while honoring its rich heritage. The industry continues to adapt to changing consumer preferences and technological advancements, all while maintaining the core values that have made Swiss watches synonymous with excellence for centuries. Whether you're drawn to the classic elegance of a dress watch, the rugged functionality of a dive watch, or the complex beauty of a grand complication, there's a Swiss timepiece that embodies the pinnacle of horological craftsmanship. As you explore the world of Swiss watches, remember that each piece carries with it not just a time, but a legacy of precision, innovation, and artistry that has been centuries in the making. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of Swiss watches. If you've enjoyed this exploration of horological excellence, please consider subscribing to our channel for more in-depth looks at the fascinating world of timepieces. Your support helps us continue to bring you quality content about the art and science of watchmaking.